So looking at number 15 from your homework, we have 250 divided by bracket 5, 3 times 7 plus 4. And I missed it. Is the parenthesis after the 7 or after the 4? It's after the 4. All right. So what that means in terms of order of operations is that we have to look at the innermost parenthesis first. So when you have order of operations and you have parentheses, you have to always start with the parenthesis inside the other parentheses. So we have 250 divided by 5. Now we're going to do 3 times 7, which is 21, plus 4, close our bracket. So we still haven't finished those inner parentheses. We got to do it one more time. So we have 250 divided by 5, and 21 plus 4 is 25. Now you're going to multiply the inside. So these are in a bracket. A bracket is like a parenthesis or a grouping function. So you have to do 5 times 25 before division, even though the division is to the left, since the multiplication is inside the parentheses. Whoops, sorry, I put my hand on the screen. We have to do the multiplication first. So 5 times 25 is 125. 250 divided by 125 is 2. Good? Better? Okay. 17. We have 4 times the quantity 5 squared minus 4 times 3 all over 4 times 4 times 5 plus 2. So when you have a fractional problem like this, it's important to simplify the top and bottom separately. So we're actually going to simplify the top first. So up top, the first thing you want to look at is your exponents. So you have 4, and then you're going to take 5 squared, which is 25, minus 4 times 3, all over 4 times 4 times 5 plus 2. Now you can multiply your top numbers, and you can multiply them either at the same time or separately. But 4 times 25 is 100. And I'm all touching the screen today. And then you can do 4 times 3, which is 12. All over your bottom. So 100 minus 12 is 88. Now we're going to start to simplify the bottom. So you start on the inside or with your parentheses, and you do your multiplication first. So you get 20 plus 2. 20 plus 2 is 22. And 22 times 4 is 88. So we end up with 88 over 88, which is 1. So again, guys, if you missed this, when we take the time to go over these problems with you, my anticipation is that you are writing down the corrected work. The only way to improve your skills in mathematics is through practice. It's like playing a sport. The more you practice, the better you get. So if you're a basketball player, the very, very first thing you learn to do is dribble a ball. You cannot move a ball up a court in basketball unless you can dribble. So you learn to dribble. In math, we learn to add and subtract first. Now you guys are taking those skills that you learned when you were younger and applying them in algebra. But you still have to practice. So when I put these up on the board, you need to put them on your paper. So I'm going to do problem 18. As I'm doing problem 18, I want each of you doing problem 18. Unless you got that correct answer, you need to practice. And this is how you get it. And this is how you practice correctly. We're like your coaches, but for math. So once again, first thing we want to do is simplify the top, and we're going to follow order of operations that say exponents first. So you get 5 squared is 25 minus 3. Getting your top to a final answer, 25 minus 3 is 22. Now we want to simplify the bottom, or the denominator. So you're going to multiply 20 times 3, which is 60. And you can multiply 2 times 3 since they're being added, and you get 6. So I've multiplied and got rid of my parentheses. That leaves 22 over 66. 22 over 66 can be reduced. Both of those divide by 2. So you get 11 over 33. But wait, that simplifies, which means on my last step, I didn't divide by the highest number. What number could I have divided by instead of 2? What do you think, Zoe? Okay, not 3. Bigger than 3. It was in the problem before I just erased it. What number divides into numbers that are the same twice? So 11. Very good. So 22 divided by 11 was 2. 66 divided by 11 is 6. And really, 2 6 goes into this even more. You get 1/3. So I could have divided by 22. Anybody have 22 over 66? Awesome. So that's totally acceptable. These are what we just called the simplest form. Okay. Let's take out, actually you guys need your new notes packet. We're going to do the last day of this section. So we are, yes, this should seem very familiar to you. We are simply evaluating algebraic expressions by substituting in? Oh, good. So you have evaluate the following expression given x equals 4, y equals 3, and z equals 2. Wow. So the very first thing you want to do is plug in your values in the right spots. So everywhere you have an x, you're going to put the number 4. Everywhere you have a y, you're going to put the number 3. And everywhere you have a z, you're going to put the number 2. Is everybody good with that? So now, once you've plugged in your numbers, what are we going to do? We're going to follow the order of operations and get it to a single number. So that means we do exponents first. Wow, I keep touching it. It is. I can't figure it out. Maybe I'll do this. Huh? Where did I give that? Oh, huh. I'll give them about 10 seconds. Nope. I finally figured out an eraser too. Yeah. Because I just have to use like the white pen. But like it's weird to me there's not an eraser option. It like drives me nuts. Okay? Nobody caught me. I wrote an 8 instead of a 16 for a while. Okay. Come on. Did you think you were wrong? Yeah. Every once in a while, in my advanced classes, I'll do it just to see if somebody's paying attention to what I write. And every once in a while, you get the kid that tells you, and then I get the kids that don't. All right, so 2 times 16 minus 3 plus 4. What's 16 minus 3? Good. It is 13. So you have 2 times 13 plus 4. 2 times 13. $26 plus 4 is 30. So again, this is called evaluate algebraic expressions. When you're evaluating, you are plugging in something for it. An algebraic expression is something without an equal sign. Expressions have no equal signs. Okay, let's try again. Plug your x's in for x. Plug your y's in for y. Plug your z's in for z. So we have 3 cubed minus 2 squared plus 5. What is 3 cubed, Ezra? Very good. Sierra, what's 2 squared? What's 2 squared? So, sorry, dear. Didn't mean to put you on the spot. Okay. Abby, what's 27 minus 4? Yes. Sorry, it is very hard to hear sometimes. So 23, then you have to take 23 and add 5 to it. So my final answer, Luke. Perfect. All right, who wants to read all of that? I knew Nevaeh would read for me. Nice and loud, dear. It's the same on both. Yep. Very good. So a pyramid, if you recall, like they look kind of like that. So a pyramid has a base of each triangle measuring 230 meters. So that means that this length here, all the way around on every side, was 230 meters. The height of each triangle was 187 meters. So that's the distance from here to there. So does that help to kind of see it visually? I'm not the best drawer. So the first thing we want to do is take what we just read from words and put it into a mathematical problem. So it says, write an expression that represents the area of one side of the pyramid. So the pyramid would have 4 sides. So we want to find the area of one side. So area of a triangle. So the words is the area of a triangle, or 1/2 of the base times the height. So area equals 1/2 the base times the height. Sure. Okay, now let's evaluate that. So it says find the area for one side. Well, the base we drew and said was 230. The height we said was 187. So we're plugging back into the formula we created for area of a triangle. So you have 1/2 230 times 187. I need a calculator too, guys. All right. Anyone want to volunteer their final answer? See if you got what I got and your classmates. a very big number. Okay, so how about, did anybody's answer start with 21? Awesome. That's what I got. Do you realize that's one side? There are 4 sides with an area of that. Do you realize how big that is? Because 1 meter is like 3 feet. So you guys are 2 meters apart. So imagine being 230 meters wide. You guys are 2 meters apart. Instead of 6 feet, it's 2 meters, which really it's a little bit longer than that. It's like 6 feet, 6 inches, 6.5 feet. Do you have my multiple choice problem on your page too? Find the area of a triangle. So same type of thing. We're using area of a triangle, which is 1/2 base times height always. We're told the base is 123 and the height is 62. So plug those in. Multiply them together. Okay, how many got A? How many got B? C? D? Only 3 of you voted. A. Yes, it is A. Got it. So it was tripping you up a little bit. Okay, so we are done with the, so again, complete 1 to 9 on that packet for tomorrow. So